environment?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Do you guys wanna share what it means?
Environment means like say like a groundhouse environment. It's like underground.
Yeah.
And then our environment is like the world.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
An environment could be a house.
Environment is like where a squirrel live in, like a tree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which one's it first? Sorry. This one?
Go down on the
Oh.
keyboard, spacebar.
Okay.
Yeah, either one.
Okay. So I'm gonna be giving you guys the definition of the natural environment. So the natural environment is everything natural in our planet. This can include the ocean, the land, all of the animals, and you guys are even a part of the natural environment. Humans are part of the natural environment. Okay, so why is the natural environment so important? So the natural environment helps purify our air. So trees take in carbon dioxide from the air, and they go through a process called photosynthesis, and they produce it into energy for themselves and into oxygen, which cleans our air. And it gives us fresh air, and it also cleans our water. It provides habitats from animals. It gives them a place to live, and it gives them food, water, everything that they need to survive. And it also provides us with natural resources such as, well, per se, apples, oranges, water, anything that you can think of that natural environment provides us for us. And it also provides recreational spaces for us. What does this mean? This means like, you can think of anything like parks, hiking trails, all of those things, like little flowers. You know, we like seeing those things for us, and the natural environment provides us for us, so we should be thankful for the natural environment. Okay, so unfortunately the natural environment is in danger at the moment. Climate change is the biggest threat to the natural environment right now. It's a bit worse right now, and the Earth's rising temperatures are a big threat to all the animals and plant species in our planet. So that's a big part that we should be taking up right now. And okay. I'm gonna be showing you guys a little video on climate change so it can help explain it a little bit for you guys. Hopefully this works.
Hey, what's the difference between weather and climate? You can't weather a tree, but you can climb it. But you already know the difference between weather and climate, and if it slipped your mind, psst, the definitions are right there. You know that the weather can change quickly, but climate can also change, just more slowly. And if you're good at putting two and two together, and I know you are, you probably already noticed that we use some of the same words when we talk about climate and environment. Words like temperature and rainfall. Coincidence? I think not. But science demands evidence, my friends, and while we've already seen that living things can change when environments change, we need to ask, how might a change in climate affect an ecosystem? First, let's talk climate. Through Little Me's travels, we found out that Yuma, Arizona had a hot and sunny climate. We decided this after finding out that although it rained once or twice during my long stay, most of the days were hot and dry. Now, the plants and animals that live in Yuma's hot, dry, sunny climate have adaptations that help them live in that desert environment. If we took a hike around Yuma, we might see a cactus, and if we took a closer and careful look at the cactus, we'd see that its outside is kind of waxy and tough. This adaptation helps the cactus save water by keeping the water from evaporating into the dry air. Now, say something happened to Yuma's climate. Say, over the course of about 20 years, there were even hotter days and less rainfall than before. When weather patterns change over a long period of time, we call it climate change. Would the cactus's adaptations be enough then? Let's find out. Let's look at some organisms that are part of a desert ecosystem. We have our friend the cactus, a kangaroo rat, a rattlesnake, and a desert fox. We can use a handy-dandy food chain model to see how energy flows between living things in this ecosystem. It would probably look something like this. The cactus makes energy by photosynthesis, and the energy goes from the cactus to the rat, then to the snake, and then to the fox. Now, although the cactus has adaptations that help it store and save water, it still needs rain. If it doesn't get enough in a drier climate, it's not going to have anything to store, and it's not going to be able to survive. And you know what happens when we take out the bottom of the food chain? It's like taking the wrong block in Jenga. We throw the rest of the ecosystem off balance. But that's not the only problem. Less rain and hotter temperatures mean less water to drink for all of the animals. And although they have adaptations too, like scales to help them retain water, that won't be enough to let them fit into a much hotter and drier climate. And globally, the climate is changing. Scientists who study climate change think that it's caused in part by changes to the Earth's atmosphere. An increase in gases like carbon dioxide is trapping more heat close to the Earth, acting like a blanket and making the Earth warmer. But scientists are hard at work trying to find solutions to climate change. For example, they're looking at ways to keep too much carbon dioxide from entering the atmosphere. So, all living things that make up the Earth's biosphere have adaptations, characteristics that help them fit into their environment. Long-term changes in the Earth's weather patterns, called climate change, may have effects on the living things that make up ecosystems. Now, if only I could change that joke I told at the beginning of this video. What's the
How, before you go any further, was that Maya? Who was doing the video?
No, it's just the video that
Oh,
was
okay,
on the
okay,
internet.
gotcha. Okay,
It
sorry.
wasn't me.
Okay.
It does look at me a little bit now. Okay, so do you guys have like an idea what climate change is? Yes, everyone. Do you guys have questions or anything about it? No? Okay. So now I'm gonna be talking a little bit about the greenhouse effect, which was mentioned in the video. So think about it as the world is right here, and then we have the atmosphere, which is a layer of gases around our world, right? So when we burn when we burn greenhouse gases through cars and factories, those gases escape into the atmosphere and they get trapped in the atmosphere. So when the sun lets those sun rays, they hit the earth and they're supposed to bounce off the earth, off the surface of the earth, but they get trapped by those greenhouse gases. So all that heat is retained in the atmosphere, if that makes sense, which causes the earth to get warmer. And that's what causes climate change. Okay, so one of my favorite animals are monarch butterflies, and they're one of the many species that are being currently affected by climate change, unfortunately. So monarch butterflies do a yearly migration from North America, and they go down to Mexico, in Michoacan, and they stay there for a long period. So right now they're being affected by climate change due to deforestation. There's been a lot of jungles that have been, the trees are being cut off, so they don't have a place to lay their eggs and to get food. And there's been a decrease in milkweed plants, which is the main source of food for the monarch butterflies. Because of climate change, the hotter temperatures reduces the quality of those milkweed plants. So that's a really bad thing for them. And unfortunately, they have been dying and they are becoming an endangered species. Okay. And these are a lot of the other animals that are being affected by climate change. It could include polar bear, penguins, and elephants, monkeys, turtles, pandas. There's a lot of animals. And they're really cute animals, so it's really sad that they're being affected by climate change because they're an endangered species, meaning that they're close to not existing anymore. So we really want to take care of them.
So I think a turtle's not gonna exist anymore pretty soon?
Well, if we don't take care of the environment, maybe it can get to the point where they're not around anymore. Yeah, so it's really sad. Polar bears, there's not a lot of polar bears left, so it's really sad. We should really take care of them.
Pal, does the environment include the ocean where the turtles live?
Yeah, it includes everything. everything, like land, the oceans, the air, it includes everything. Do you have a question?
When you said endangered, what do you mean by endangered?
It means that they're in danger of, their health is in danger, yeah, so they don't really have, for example, polar bears, they're a big endangered species because there's not a lot of them left. Their ecosystem, which is icy, the ice is melting.